This is Severe MMA. We're at Cage Warrior 76, and we're alongside the former contender for the featherweight title, Nad Naramani. Welcome back to Cage Warriors,
yes.
And welcome back to another win. One, though, that at the end you sat down in the cage and just shook your head like this wasn't a good day. How were you feeling?
Yeah, no, I was not, not 100% happy with my performance, but I got the win and I performed well. I'm very critical of my own work, and but that's how it is, and I got the win, and I'm happy, definitely.
You're not going to thank me for asking this, because I'm going to ignore Daniel, your opponent, for a second. I'm going to go straight on to, there's a fight out there that, quite frankly, I want to see. I think he wants to. As a matter of fact, I think a lot of people would want to see it, because finally he'd get a bit of real competition, and that's Paddy Pimblett. Obviously, he and Alex won't contest the featherweight title. They're both intensity managed. That leaves the doorway open, perhaps, for you to climb back in with another big win, and Paddy Pimblett is a name that makes sense. Plus, he's a name on everybody's lips. Does that fight interest you? Yeah,
I mean, any fight interests me, I'm not one of these people to turn down fights or even pick fights, I just take the fights that are there, the fights that are given to me. Today, Daniel was the fight that was given to me. It was actually supposed to be another opponent. My opponent pulled out injured, and I got Daniel stepped in, fair enough, brave guy, come over from Spain and took the fight, and that's who was here today. Whoever Ian Dean puts in there with me, I'm going to fight, and if it's Paddy Pimblett, it's Paddy Pimblett. If it's anyone else, it's anyone else.
See, now I'm going to be the douchebag reporter, and I'm going to go, who else is there?
Well,
except for a rematch with Alex Anlin, which one could argue would be deserved based on your last two performances.
Yeah.
I can't think. You're not going to fight Ronnie Mann.
No.
Ronnie's just knocked off Graham Turner. That fight's. I mean, I'm trying to think of a featherweight that actually puts you where you need to be. No, I'm not trying to. And Paddy Pimblett's the name that comes to my
definitely,
lips.
But definitely, Paddy's up there. A lot of people are talking about him, and if that's the fight that happens, then that's the fight that happens, and it'd be a great fight. I know it'd be a great fight. So we'll see what happens in the future.
I'm going to ask you one more Pimblett-based question, and then we'll go back to why we're here, which is your performance tonight. But is he dangerous for you? Are there holes in his games that you see?
No, I think. Yeah, definitely. There's holes in everyone's game. But he's got some good things. He does some good things. He's awkward, and he's got a flying triangle, and he's got a Kimura back take, and he's got a few other things. But I got a lot of things up my sleeve as well. So we'll see. We'll see.
Let's go back to the fight tonight, and not disrespect your opponent or
No, he was a great opponent. He was actually a very tough guy.
We remember that Nad Naramani would ground out the decision, and then for a little while, Nad Naramani was finishing everybody in the first. Was this were you just playing with us here? You wanted to finish, but you weren't going to get it in the first.
No, to be fair, the guy was tough. I thought I was going to put him away a lot quicker. I didn't connect how I wanted to in the first couple. Started to find my range at the end of the second. I think I can't really remember exactly, but I get the biggest disappointment was getting caught with too many shots, and that's something I'm going to go away and work on again, and I'll come back better once again, and that's the way you improve. You look at your work and you see where you made mistakes, and you go and improve those mistakes, and then come back and hopefully don't make the same mistakes again.
Yeah, he seemed like he had a chin of iron as well, because you landed some shots on him that we've seen you felt. Was that just was it frustrating?
I landed some shots, but nothing clean there. Nothing clean apart from at the end, and then I landed a few right hands, and that was. I mean, by the second, I could tell he was starting to break. He put a lot in the first round. I could feel he put a lot in the first round. He felt strong in the first round, then he started to tire, he started to back off, and then I started to step it up a little bit. But it was hot in there as well. It was a real hot. Yeah, I really felt it, and that could have made a difference as well. But no, I done all right.
It's not often that I do an interview with fighters surrounded, but it tells me the team must be really important.
This is my day, yeah, man. I got Pedro here, I got Ronnie, I got Mehdi, I got Saeed, I got Joe. I got so many great people around me that you go in and you feel you haven't not seen anything, because you've got such good guys around you with such great knowledge. It's good for the heart, it's good for the mind. That you've got a good solid team around you.
I don't know if I should be asking you this or coach. But you haven't fought as often as perhaps you would like over the last 18, 24 months. In a perfect world, how many more this year?
Definitely two, yeah. If I can get back in there quickly, maybe July, we'll see what Ian's saying, see what we come up with, but definitely 2 more fights this year at least. You know, I want to reel off a few more. I got 2 wins on the bounce now, maybe, you know, 1 or 2 more and we can start knocking on the door, you know.
I'm going to get yelled at for this, but July 8th.
Nad
Naramani.
Get me on there, Ian.
Paddy Pimblett. Main event. Title eliminator.
Could be
Man, you know, it sells itself. Nad, it's always a pleasure watching you work.
Yeah.
We look forward to seeing you again. Hopefully it's not going to be 8 months, 9 months. We'll get you in July.
We'll get there quick. Can I just thank my sponsors?
Please, feel free.
We got Scramble, Spiked Athletics, my management, Iron Man, Ronnie, Pedro, Bristol Waste Clearance, Emma Apparel and Sweatbox where I train, Jeff Way and Linked as well, Link Building Services. Also I just want to thank everyone that I train with, all my training partners, all my coaches. Couldn't be possible without them, you know, it's not possible, it's impossible, that's the simplest way of putting it. And my family, all my friends and people that have come up here to support. I really appreciate all of that. My wife, you know, she puts up with me all the time and I'm not easy to put up with. She knows that. But, and my kids, you know, do it all for my kids. You know, fighting's my life, but at the end of the day, you put things into perspective and you've got 2 healthy kids at home, that's all that matters. So, yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you for coming.
Nat, it's always a pleasure watching you work, and again, I don't think it's going to be long before we see you challenge him once again for the Cage Warriors featherweight title.
That's something I got on my horizon.
Congratulations.